Hello, and welcome to another episode of Gazaraki Recommends. The show today is going to be one that's one of my favourite all time. And why do I feel like I'm lighter than usual? Oh well. On to the recommendation. Spoilers for an anime that came out in the 90s. Yu Yu Hakusho was an anime that made its debut in 1992, based on a manga of the same name. Although it wouldn't debut in the West until 2002, 10 years later. The initial plot is Yusuke Urameshi, a delinquent who no one believes in, saves a kid being hit by a car when he runs onto the road to collect his ball, thus proving that Yusuke is a good person deep down. In the afterlife, he gets given a chance to come back to life by Botan, the Grim Reaper, by completing a set of tasks. The show escalates with stronger foes, not to mention there's even a tournament arc or two, culminating in a very satisfying ending after only 112 episodes. I've got to admit, what drew me to it was the similarities to Dragon Ball, such as a very similar afterlife, and a lead who's impetuous and always wants to fight. But that wouldn't have been enough to make me like it alone. No, it had to have staying power, which it indeed did. It features characters like Yusuke, a street tough with a heart of gold, Botan, the Grim Reaper with a sense of humour, Kurobara, a rival of Yusuke's with a loyal spirit, Keiko, Yusuke's girlfriend and his moral compass, Atsuko, Yusuke's alcoholic mother, Hiei, a former villain with a troubled past, Kurama, a demon with a tragically heartwarming backstory, Goenma, the deity who gave Yusuke his life back, and Genkai, Yusuke's irascible teacher in the martial arts, and many other characters. A lot of the archetypes in the show are present in Dragon Ball, so as a Dragon Ball fan, you can see why it initially garnered my interest. But it had enough going for it to stop it being a Dragon Ball knockoff, which is ironic because it would have its own inspired work later on. It also happens to have an excellent dub by Funimation, who by coincidence previously did the dub to the Dragon Ball franchise. The dub features some voices that might not have been familiar at the time, but have gone on to become very well known, including Justin Cook, Cynthia Kranz, Chris Sabat, Laura Bailey, Chuck Huber, John Bergmeyer, Meredith McCoy, Sean Teague, and Linda Young. The character growth over the course of the show was pretty good. They still had their basic personalities by the end, but they grew as characters. For example, Yusuke started off as a sarcastic slacker. By the end of it, he was the hero of a demon world. Kurobara started off as a lazy street tough who didn't have any confidence in his own abilities, to being a bit overconfident in his own abilities. Hiei and Kurama both evolved as characters too, as they both started off as villains and became some of the most heroic heroes in the show. So if you haven't already seen it, or you need reminding of it, here's my recommendation. If you like it, that's great. If you don't like it, well, at least you tried to like something you haven't seen before. Also, as a bonus point, it's by the creator of Hunter x Hunter. So if you already like that, then you're sure to like Yu Yu Hakusho. A wonderful anime with heart, humour, epic fights, and even a great English dub. What else do you need? Well, that's my recommendation. Wait, what is it? Why does that guy on the floor look very familiar? Oh, I better go investigate that.